Alrighty, welcome back to another trade recap. This is the second time I'm recording this because I'm a fucking idiot. So, anyway, today I took 3 trades today, a little bit more trades than I take normally. I usually just trade 1 to 2. Um, and that's something I journaled about, and that's something that is very abnormal for me. I don't really take 3 trades in a day. Just wasn't in the right headspace when I came into the day, really. But regardless, break even on the day. I'm up like $92, so basically break even. But I'm not mad at today. It wasn't like something fucking crazy, but just a couple things that I'll go over at the end where I need to work on going in tomorrow. But so coming into the day, I had a very neutral bias. I wanted to see price tell me what it wanted to do and where it wanted to go. So we had 6:30 news this morning, or 8:30 Eastern. We had GDP, so we put in a data high and data lows. So I wanted to see those be the draw. And really coming into market, we were respecting this 5-minute fair value gap. And we also had this 5-minute change that we just tapped back into. And we had our internal manipulation. So coming into market open at 7:30, I wanted to see us take out data lows first, is where I wanted to see us go. On the higher time frame, I was bullish, but as of market open, I was bearish. I wanted to see us, go and take data lows. So we tapped back into the change of state. We held the bearish for value gap. We had our internal manipulation. Here was the 1-minute change. It wasn't super clear, but on this next candle, I took a really premature entry, a really early entry, which again is not like me. My fill was like around 49.25. Where's that at? There we go. All right. So around 49.25, and then I had my stop right above the 5-minute fair value gap, and I was targeting data low and more. I was actually, my original target wanted to be, or my first target was going to be the start of this 4-hour fair value gap, but I'll go over that later. So took a really premature entry. I got a bad fill. But yeah, once again, just not like me. Usually I wait for a close below the change in the state, which is something, again, I journaled about that you need to wait for a close below the change in state or below a fair value gap to confirm price that it wants to go lower. But lucky for me, and I say that in a bad way, price went down and hit my TP. Now, the reason I closed this off right here is because NQ took this data low and ES was nowhere near it. So we put in a bullish SMT. So I immediately took my position off because on the higher time frame we were bullish, and I really was expecting price to go up after putting this bullish SMT in and go take the data highs as well. So I was looking for a long as soon as my TP got hit. So after my TP was hit, I cleared my chart. And I just stay patient. I stay patient for price to show me what it wants to do, right? We tap back into this 4-hour fair value. I got my original TP. So at this point, I'm really bullish. And I want to see price go up and take those data highs. Now, once we had our last internal manipulation, like right there, we had our last internal manipulation. Oh. We had our turtle soup. And I marked out this change, and I said to myself, if we get above this change, I'm taking a long, which we did. I waited for the close. We got above this change. Now, what did I do wrong here? Put my SL at that SMT protected low, and I targeted data high. Now, was this a good trade? Did I wait for to close above the change in state? Yes. However, I should have waited for a close above this inverse fair value gap, because I do trade Justin Werland's forever model. If you guys don't know it, you wait for a close above the change or the inverse fair value gap, or you wait for a displacement and then a pullback and then enter off the rebalance. So I should have waited for a close off this inverse, didn't wait for it, just had a close above the change. We had a big volume spike and I got stopped out. So at this point, no, I want to see price go higher, but I'm just going to be extremely patient. I just want to see price show me that it wants to go higher. Now, at this point in time, I realize that, okay, ES is the stronger asset. So I make my way over to ES after I get stopped out for my second trade on NQ. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me show you guys my executions real quick on that trade. I'm just going to show it right here because I don't want to go down in 1 minute. Here's my executions. Here's my short entry, and here's my long entry. Now, let's go over to ES. So after I get stopped out on NQ, I want to see price show me that it wants to go higher. I wanted to show me that we want to go take out those data highs. So once I get stopped out, let me forward price a little bit. So as soon as we have this internal manipulation right here, this bullish SMT stays intact. Keep in mind, this bullish SMT stays intact when I got stopped out on NQ. This bullish SMT stays intact. We have our last internal manipulation leg on ES. And I marked out this change and I said, okay, if we get above this change, keep in mind there's no fair value gap. I don't need to have an inversion to take a trade. It's just extra confluence. But a change in state is the main thing that I want to see. Get above this change, I'm taking a long. Get above that change, I take a long. I put my SL at this SMT protected low, and I just target data high. That's it for a 1-to-1. And then we had 8 a.m. news, and it pumped us towards the draw. So those were my 3 trades today. Like I said earlier, taking 3 trades in a day is really not something that I normally do. And that's something that I journaled about as soon as I ended my trading day. That's something I journaled about because that is just something I not normally do, as well as not waiting for a close below the change in state on the first trade. Even though the trade played out, the real thing to do is understand that you did something wrong. That is luck, right? I should have not have won that trade because we didn't wait for a close below the change. I did not follow my plan. Now, the second trade, I give a little bit more lenience. I waited for a close above the change. Just should have waited for a close above that inverse. And then the third trade, A+, would take that 10 times out of 10. But that's something definitely I journaled about. So 2 things that I could take away. 1, taking 3 trades in a day. Not normally what I do. And moving forward, I'm just going to stick to 1 to 2 trades a day is what I normally do. It's what I've always done, and that's what I'm going to stick to. And you're going to have days like this. So you just need to reflect on it. You need to figure out what's wrong. If there's any outside factors that went into the trading day today, I need to learn from it and grow from it and move on to tomorrow and not do it again. And number 2 is wait for a close below the change of state. Once again, something I never do. I always wait for a close. So just reflecting on it and going in tomorrow, forget about it and focus on what you did wrong today and move on. So those were my 3 trades. Again, I'm break even on the day, up like $92. So again, break even. But very happy with the lessons that I've learned today. Looking forward to tomorrow. We have core PCE tomorrow. So, and really, actually, let me go over what I'm looking for going in tomorrow. So on the daily, obviously, all-time highs is the draw, right? All-time highs is the draw. I want to see us go to all-time highs. However, ideally, I would want to see us retrace to this daily fair value gap, rebalance this daily fair value gap, keep these highs intact in the overnight session, rebalance the daily fair value gap, and then go and take buy side for a possible long entry tomorrow morning. So that's really what I'm looking for tomorrow, and that's what I'm hoping for. But we very well and probably will just go out and take those highs, and then going in tomorrow, I'll have to be extremely patient. So up on the week, have no desire to trade tomorrow at all. Up on the week, so I'm going to be very patient going in tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys learned something. And make sure you guys are journaling your trades and being consistent and working hard. And I promise you trading will work out. So I'll see you guys in the next trade recap.